Hello Capricorn. Great to have you here. My name is Shauna. Today's reading is a general love forecast for November 2025. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Capricorn. I want to say that I'm very, very low on time, so I'm going to try to keep this reading under 20 minutes. I don't want to shortchange you guys and not do the videos at all, but I feel like, there's enough here where I'm sensing the next 2 weeks will be very smooth sailing for many of you. And so I'm just going to try to capture the main energies, and that can, be explained under 20 minutes. Okay, so just a heads up. And then next month, we'll go back to the normal routine, okay? So you have two beautiful images. They're actually very sweet. So the word that came out is this power couple dynamics, okay? The first thing that I saw was, I see like a lot of paparazzi, people in suits taking pictures. So I saw like a lot of flashes, really, really bright flashes from the camera. And then once the flashes kind of clear up, it zooms in, and then there's this like red carpet. There's this woman in a black dress with like, the plunging neckline. And next to her is her date or whoever, it is. And it seems like they're a power couple. I mean, they're being photographed, okay? And there are a lot of people just like clamoring for them. And next to her is this man in a black tuxedo. So I feel like, there might be important functions, important events you and a significant other are going to. If you are single and you have like important functions, even business functions, important events that you're going to meet very high caliber people. And amongst those people, I feel like might be somebody that will really capture your attention. Okay, so I'm seeing like more than anything, many of you are already in a relationship, and I feel like you and your spouse, you both have your own fame, have your own fortune, and you both like are seen by the public as a very powerful couple, like as a very, very good fit, okay? So externally, with the images and the flashes of light, I feel like the outside world, everybody in your environment is telling you, you guys look good together, you guys photograph well together, you guys are like a really, really good match for each other, okay? You might have somebody that you love being seen with. You love like the attention that you both receive when you're together, or you love the attention that you receive when you're together. And the person might be really, really either just, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So, but I feel like this is a person that is graceful, classy, professional looking, and possibly very intelligent. Someone who's in high demand, somebody that a lot of people look up to and respect. And when you're with them, it feels like, you're walking on cloud nine, because you're just like, how did I get so lucky? And then I feel like they're thinking the same way about you. Like, how did I get so lucky? How did I, land this really amazing Capricorn? Like, I just feel like the energy is flowing mutually. So to the outside world, to everybody else, you guys look really, really good together, okay? For those who are single, I feel like you have somebody that you really admire for their grace, for the way they do things, for the attention that they receive. And then the other image that I saw is something that is a little bit internal. So whereas the first one is like your surrounding tells you that, oh, you guys look good together. The second image is sort of like this inner sense of knowing that, we're a very, very good match. So what I saw was, if you have an avocado, right, and you want to cut it open, you cut it down lengthwise, right, and you try to kind of like split it open, right? So one side would always have a pit, and then the other side doesn't have that pit, right? So one side has the pit. And when you put it together, the pit fits perfectly, right? I hope you know what I'm talking about. So it fits perfectly. It's like peas in a pod, or even something that is a really, really good fit. So I feel like internally, you and a significant other, you have this sense of like, you know what? We are a really, really good fit for one another. So not only are you getting validation from your external environment that he or she is a keeper. You, you know, this is a really good person, or this is a really good person for you. I think you guys are a really good fit, but internally, you also feel it. We are a good fit. We complement each other. There's a great sense of complementarity I'm sensing, where they have qualities that you might be lacking, and vice versa. You have qualities that they might be lacking. Okay, so for those in relationships, I feel like you're at a point where you've really, really come home to somebody. Okay, you've really found your soulmate. You've really found your love. Oh wow, we have the Two of Cups. This is amazing. This is sweet. Soulmate connection. Soulmate connection. It's really beautiful, you guys. So this is why I feel like, you know, the reading is under 20 minutes. There's more that I want to say about the avocado. I've been getting a lot of food imagery, and I don't know why that is. I've been getting a lot of eggs, a lot of avocados, and just like fruits. So I feel like, you know, it's the springtime, right? Where the birds and the bees are cross-pollinating, right? And there's also the element of fertility, okay? Like the weather's getting warmer, and I just feel like there's a lot more fun, excitement, like the energy is a lot better overall. But overall, there's also a sense of fertility, a sense of like wanting to start family. For those who are thinking about getting pregnant and things like that, this is a really, really fertile time for you guys to get pregnant. So if you're planning that, you know, congratulations. If you're not, then, you know, protect yourself accordingly. But I feel like the energy is really big for a new chapter in your life. Okay? Beginning a new chapter with another person, potentially. You know, having somebody finally in your space and in your environment. Okay. So you have an extra card that came out. Having somebody in your space and in your environment. And so what I'm sensing overall is there's just this sense of hopefulness, this sense of excitement that's coming in for you guys. And I'm really happy to see this, because I keep saying this, and I know I'm, you know, repeating things over and over again, but the past few months have not been have not been easy for you guys. Like the past year have not been easy, but I feel like you've come into this sense of mastery, okay? Where emotionally you feel very grounded and very centered, okay? You're finally in control of your emotion. You're not feeling like frazzled. You're not feeling the weight of the responsibilities. You're handling things with grace and with ease, okay? Grace and ease, grease, whatever that means. So you're handling things. It's sort of like the manipulator, right? He snaps his finger and then magic happens. So I feel like you're at a point now where emotionally you feel very, very fulfilled. You feel stable. You feel like I've got this. You feel like I can handle everything. I can balance out all areas of my life. It's a lot more work than I would like, but I'm able to handle things. I'm able to get control. I'm able to feel very stable. Okay, the king energy denotes somebody who has already mastered his emotion. He doesn't let the feelings or the emotions get the best of him. He doesn't get rattled when things around him get a little bit chaotic, okay? And then on top of that, we have this situation here as well, the King of Wands. This is someone who's goal-oriented, who's a self-starter, who takes initiative, who's very driven, very ambitious, as well as a little bit of an explorer, okay? This is someone who's very courageous. They inspire others to follow them. They inspire by examples, and they lead the way, and other people follow. So I feel like you're at a point here where you're really, really showing your leadership capabilities. People around you, especially in the work environment, they're seeing you as somebody who has leadership qualities, who has leadership potential. Now, Capricorns, many of you, male or female watching this, you're not somebody that sits around and, you know, or hangs around by the water cooler and engages in like idle, random chit chat, okay? You're very serious minded. And even from a very, very young age, you know, you exert energy in a way where if it yields result, you exert your energy. If it doesn't, you don't bother, okay? And so I feel a lot of the times people might misunderstand you and they might think that, oh, you're standoffish or you're not friendly or you don't like them. But what I'm seeing in this spread is coming into your own sense of, being comfortable in your own skin, first of all, with this King of Cups. And then being very driven and goal oriented and being very excited about the work that you're doing once again, feeling excited. And then I'm also sensing like wanting to get ahead in life, of course, but not wanting to step on other people in order to do that. So I see a very dignified way. Whenever I see the King of Wands, he's not somebody who's hot-headed. He's not ego-driven. Okay, so I feel like there is a sense here about leaving the ego out of this entire equation and wanting to get ahead in the best way that you know how without trampling on other people. Wanting to get ahead and possibly slip into a higher position because you're comfortable on a baseline level. You're comfortable with everything that you're doing now. And you feel like I've already mastered it. And now I need another project to conquer. I need another next step. So you feel it as a natural progression. And you feel like you want to challenge yourself. You want to really push yourself. So there's an element here about wanting to push ourselves to our limit. What else can I do? Where else can I grow? In what other area can I expand? And you're doing that in the spirit of self-development, self-improvement. Many of you are getting into shape. And I feel like, you're at a point where if in the past you've been kind of like emotionally eating, emotionally binging or drinking even, now you have a better sense of control over your life. And you're like, I'm not going to let food rule me. I'm not going to let alcohol rule me. I'm not going to let all the pleasurable things rule me. Because there's more to me than that. There's more to be done. And you're at a point where you are very much about moderation, but also self-improvement, physically, mentally, and I feel like energetically, okay? Like purging things that are not good for you, getting yourself very emotionally stable, and gaining really good traction in your career, as well as having like a lot of people that really admire you. Okay, so this is really, really good. We have here the Ten of Cups. So this is like the apex of the emotional satisfaction. Okay, having another person to really share this experience with. Whatever you have cultivated, I feel like for many of you, you're getting a lot of positive like feedback. You're doing this really, really well. I really appreciate the work that you put in. You're very thorough with, this project, and you're getting a lot of positive accolades. And it really it really boosts your self-esteem because you know that you put a lot of work into it. And I feel like you guys are getting the positive reception and you're sharing this experience with another person. So for some of you, for example, you might be, approached to lead a seminar. And while you're at the seminar, you invite your whole family as well as your significant other. And they're all congratulating you, clapping their hands. I see like standing ovation, clapping of hands, and lots of paparazzis or even people taking a lot of pictures, something being televised even. And you're able to share this moment where you are really, really proud. You guys are not like braggarts and, gloaters, but internally you're very, very proud of your achievements, and you have another person that you're sharing this experience with who's really genuinely happy for you, okay? So I feel like there's a sense of peace and serenity here about, being around people who are genuinely happy for you, for all that you have accomplished, for all those milestones and those stepping stone moments where you felt like, oh, I'm winded, I want to stop, I just want to stay here and rest. But you pushed yourself further and you kept going like that Energizer bunny. You kept moving. And I feel like it's not so much about the achievement. It's more like, wow, I pushed myself. I knew I was capable of more. And I was right. I pushed myself because I know I was meant for more, okay? And so we are seeing this upward trajectory, and it looks really, really amazing. You're coming into your own sense of power is what I'm sensing. Next up, we have here the Fool, embarking on a new journey, okay? So I feel like for many of you, there might be an upgrade when it comes to your professional standing, your status. There might be more travel associated with the work that you're doing. There might be new things that you're implementing. I see many of you traveling to another location just to see how things are done, and then you're taking back your knowledge to share or to present to, you know, your workplace environment and colleagues. Okay, so it's like going somewhere else, gathering the best practices, and then bring it back home to implement it. And then we have as well the Sun. So this is the overall, the really strong, powerful success card. Okay, all the good things coming in, basking in your achievements, your crowning glory, and being able to be in a very visible, like to be in kind of like center stage and be very, very visible with the people that you're around. As well as the Two of Cups, you have some amazing cards. Having somebody that is also like on the same wavelength as you professionally. So this is a really strong soulmate connection, and this denotes to me a situation where not only is there a lot of love, there's also a lot of mutual respect, okay, and reciprocity. These are the two people that, you know, they create a home together, they build together. You might be in the same line of work, or you might be, for example, complementarity. Somebody's a lawyer, the other person's a doctor. Um, Somebody's a judge, the other person's in law enforcement. So there's an element about related industries, like people working in the same industries or related industries. And as a result of it, you guys are a really good match. And I'm also sensing as well, this relationship, okay, the Two of Cups, it's like overcoming a lot of trial and tribulations. And the love never ran out. There were, you know, times in as with every relationship, um, there were harsh words exchanged, or even there were, you know, ideological differences. But I don't feel there was any issues with like ego conflict. You know, not being able to say you're sorry or admitting when you're wrong. I don't see any of that, because with this Six of Swords, this is sort of like smooth sailing, you know, overcoming a very, very turbulent past, a turbulent potential history in this relationship, and sailing over it and coming to the realization that I really love this person, or, you know, we're peas in a pod, or we're that avocado, the two pieces of the avocado, and there's that seed between us, possibly children, a lot of responsibilities as it relates to children, but you overcome it. You work as a team. It's like you don't let the stress of the relationship divide you. You let the stress, or you handle the stress together. You one partner steps up when the other person is feeling down. So I feel like there's a lot of mutual respect here, and this is a really good foundation overall for the relationship. Okay, so I see two people who are very accomplished in their own rights, and not only do they really care about each other, but they have like a really good foundation, and the relationship works out really well. For some of you, you might be dealing here with an earth sign, I'm sorry, a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Someone who's very, very passionate about you. They're very protective of you. Okay, I always see this person as someone who's like, I will fight for you. You know, if somebody, it's like they'll take a bullet for you. They'll take a bullet for you without hesitation. Okay, so God forbid, if you both are like walking around at night in a very sketchy neighborhood in town, and two, you know, assailants come up to you, they'll take a bullet for you. They'll distract the assailants while you get away. Like, this is someone who really, really cares about you. They're very passionate about you, and they will protect you. I also feel for some of you, you want to protect your partner. You're very protective of your partner. You're very sweet towards your partner, and I feel like, you know, definitely there's genuine love and respect, but there's also this element about, this is like at my beck and call, not in an arrogant way, because the king energy is not somebody that abuses or manipulates. Okay, this is more like whatever you want, I'll give it to you. I'll deliver it to you on a silver platter. I'll reach out. I'll do all the work. I just want to make you happy. So I feel like you might be dealing here with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then a fire sign. So I feel like one person is very protective. So either whoever you're dealing with, there's great passion and chemistry, but also one person is very protective of the other. One person wants to take care of the other person. One person feels like, and I feel like it all boils down to, Capricorns, the fact that you feel safe. And honestly, you feel like the other person is, they're not taking advantage of you. They're not with you because of your money. They're not with you because of your status. They're not with you because, you're like eye candy or like a trophy wife or a trophy husband. They're with you and they've seen you when you were at the bottom of that totem pole. You've worked your way up and they have worked their way up too. So you guys have seen each other at the bottom, at the baseline. You've struggled through your individual lives together and you both have progressed. And as a result of it, you've known this person when they're at their worst. They know you when you're at your worst. And you know it's real because, it's not like you achieve success overnight and then they're coming in using you, right? Like you are aware that they're not using you. You are aware that they've seen it all and they still stuck around. So I see like a really good relationship here that has so much potential, and there's still a lot more to learn and to grow individually, but also together as a unit. You have as well